Determined to wipe out the entire poaching ring, Craven waited until their leader returned. But instead of a warm welcome, the man was greeted with a chilling sight. Craven sitting in the boss's chair, crossbow in hand, and holding a list of all their legal transactions. The list revealed more than just animal trafficking. It exposed a web of smuggling and organized crime. Without hesitation, Craven confirmed the leader's identity and executed him on the spot with a single bolt. As for the original boss of the gang, he was already nailed to the front gate, a warning to anyone who dared follow in his footsteps. But Craven didn't leave London after finishing the job. He had someone to find, Carrie, the woman who once saved his life. Years ago, after being taken by the Lion King, Craven was mysteriously delivered to her doorstep. That's when she treated him with a strange serum. Mixed with the lion's blood still in his system, it triggered something ancient, something powerful. However, this reunion was anything but joyful. Carrie was grieving. Her mentor, a legendary defense attorney, had been murdered while handling a high-profile case. Despite her own reputation as one of London's top lawyers, she found herself powerless to seek justice. Ironically, Craven had already killed the man responsible, a notorious crime boss during a prison ambush. But Carrie couldn't accept his methods. To her, fighting violence with violence only fed the cycle of chaos. What they didn't know was that news of the gang boss's death had already reached the ears of a dangerous man known only as Rhino. Hungry for power, Rhino was eager to absorb the fallen boss's territory until one of his men handed him a flash drive. The contents made his blood run cold. The killer wasn't just any outsider. It was the son of his former leader. If father and son ever reconciled, they'd be unstoppable, especially with Craven's deadly skills. Together, they could dismantle every gang in the city. Fearing for his own position, Rhino began plotting, quietly, carefully, a plan to eliminate Craven before he became a threat. Meanwhile, Craven had no idea danger was closing in. He'd gone to visit his half-brother, only to find a blood-stained sheet and an empty room. On the balcony, he spotted a van speeding away, his brother inside, surrounded by masked kidnappers. Without thinking, Craven leapt from the balcony. The drop was nothing to him, but by the time he hit the ground, the vehicle had vanished around the corner. Driven by raw instinct, he tore through the streets with beast-like speed, chasing them all the way to the docks. As the helicopter prepared for takeoff, Craven hurled a rope net at the rotors, anchoring it to the ground with his own strength. Just as it seemed he had control, the kidnappers opened fire, forcing him to duck for cover. Grabbing a steel pipe, he struck back with brutal precision. Stunned by his ferocity, the pilot panicked and